Will I skip this?
Fact of life that furry art is one of the biggest industries online. For some reason, a lot of furries.
Oh yeah, if you know how to draw, okay? If you know how to draw, you wanna make money? Draw animals. Tip.
Seem to be extremely wealthy and willing to drop hundreds and even thousands on artwork of their custom characters. Basically, if you want to make some money, start selling furry art. There'll
Start
always be
selling
some
Garfield
mysteriously
pictures.
rich furry benefactor out there who'll buy it, especially if it's on the more, let's say, risque side. But one of the most
I'm scared about
expensive
this
sales
video.
ever took place on DeviantArt, where a piece of custom furry art sold for $20,000.
$20,000?
Needless to say,
What the
chaos and controversy ensued, and the legendary
Why do I even
sale
try
is
making
still
YouTube?
talked about today. Here's the story of the 20k furry. Before we get into today's
People
video,
have
I'd
too
like
much
to give
money.
a massive thank you to today's sponsor, Wingfox. Wingfox is an animation course that I
Yes,
Every
whatever. We
looking
don't
for
touch
a perfect
sponsors over
court.
here.
To explain the story of the fated artwork, we
I
first
wish I
have
had
to delve
money.
into
I
the
wish you all
world
had
of
money too.
adoptables. For the uninitiated, adoptables are based
Oh,
artwork we
you think, Shara, you think she has a Garfield obsession? That sponsor is really
first
boring.
to
I have no
delve
idea what
into
that
the
sponsor
world of
is.
Adoptables. For the uninitiated,
what's an
adoptables are
adoptable?
basically unique character designs which are sold and traded. An artist will usually make multiple
I like
adoptables
Pokemon
called a
cards.
batch and sell them to people who will then draw and roleplay with them. They can range in price from mere dollars to, well, thousands. And while most
Jesus.
adoptables are brought simply for their cool designs, there's a large market of expensive premium adoptables. These adoptables are highly sought after and valuable either because they were made by a popular artist or because they're a closed species. Once again, I gotta explain for the uninitiated.
How does this work?
Species are a subgenre of adoptables. But instead of
Okay,
just making
she's
a random
explaining.
character design, the artist creates a whole species with its own set of defining traits and characteristics. There are open species where anyone
Garfield?
can make their own character, and there are closed species
This
where
is
you have to
sponsored by
buy
Raid
one.
Shadow
While the
Legends.
ethics of closed species have been a hot topic in the art community
Moon, I
for a
will
long
100%
time,
start
there's
doing
no
this if I
denying the
actually knew how
ridiculous
to,
popularity that
you
some
know,
closed species
draw.
have reached. Some species are
Think
so
this pizza
sought after
place
that
and-
people will
oh, God.
spend hours in bidding wars and will shell out months worth of wages just to get their
I don't want
grubby
to
little
know where your
paws
pizza
on
meat
them.
comes from,
In turn,
Minky.
the buyers have actually formed a bizarre community of their own, almost gamifying the purchase of adoptables. Buyers themselves became
Should I get
famous in
one?
the community just for owning rare
Adopting one and
adoptables,
putting them,
while
like, on the
newbies
corner,
were advised
moving.
to stick to more beginner-friendly species which didn't have vicious bidding wars, complex trading politics, and high price tags.
Zero, if I adopt something, will you animate it for me?
Better than most governments do. But back to our story. It all started with
Grim
a
Corps.
DeviantArt group called Grim Corps, who were selling a closed species called Grims. From the Grim Corps page, quote, Grims are creatures from an ancient
Don't tell me
species
someone
that
paid
have been
20k for
thoroughly
this.
domesticated
What
by
the fuck?
humanity. Grims serve as human companionship and protection along with many
Yeah,
other means
I know
of
3D art can get
assistance.
expensive.
They can be created to be loving and cuddly
If you
companions
customize
or
one for
stern and
yourself from
alert
scratch,
defenders
it's super
depending on your
expensive.
needs. Well, personally, the whole muscular bipedal animal companion thing is a little weird to me. I can understand why people wanted to invest in these things.
It's kinda weird,
Not only are the
yeah.
designs and artwork nice, but you kind of get to feel like you're part of an exclusive rich people club. It's basically the same as wearing designer clothes. You're
there
in it
any way
for
you
the
could get one of
aesthetic,
those
but
as an
the
avatar?
status of owning something expensive plays
you'll
a
have
big
to
part
pay a
too.
lot
And oh boy,
if the
were
model
Grims
doesn't exist.
expensive. These things regularly sold for over
See?
$300, with
See?
many buyers becoming
Just for
well
the
known in the
art.
community for their large number of Grims and the sheer amount that they've invested into the closed species. So now
You'll
that
be
we know a
more-
bit about adoptables,
you will be
and
better
Grim
just
Corps
buying, like, a
themselves,
model
we
like
can dive
mine,
into
which
the
is already
story
made.
of the infamous 20k furry with a little more
20K.
context.
Who the fuck? Okay, context.
Let me
Okay,
lay
we
it
need,
down
we need
for ya.
context.
It was the summer of 2019, and a DeviantArt user called Caravan Outpost, Caravan for
Caravan
short, discovered the
Outpost.
Grim Corps page and the adoptables that they were selling. Having fallen in love with the Grims and all their muscular charm, they decided that
Oh,
they
I wonder
needed to
why.
have
Bunch
one.
of
Now,
degenerates.
information from this
Oh
time
God, why
period
am I
is a
watching
little
this?
lackluster
Hi,
due
Angel,
to many
bye.
older posts on the Grim Corps page being deleted because of harassment. But what we do know is that on July 12th of 2019, one of the
custom auction.
co-founders of Grim Corps, Toothless Ego, started an auction to get a custom Grim. It was going to be a Cypherus Grim 2, the most rare and
Jesus.
heavily sought after type, and the bidding started at
How
a
is,
hefty
okay,
$800.
okay, now stop. How is it drawing rare? People just don't f***ing make it? Are they like forbidden to make them? This is weird.
The
How to earn money? Yeah, I don't know why people have too much money.
Creator of the species known as Mr. Grimble was going to help out with the
Mr.
auction
Grimble.
to make it go smoothly and even
like
volunteered
how
to
she's
throw
drawing a
some free
Garfield.
art to the winner.
A
The
brick,
auction started and was
antivirus.
going well with bids going into the thousands
Shara,
as
you found a
expected,
model?
but it kept
There's a
going.
cool model I want to
Things
show you
began to
actually.
spin out
May
of
work.
control as the bids increased with no sign of stopping.
I'll see if I can
Here
find
are a
you.
few quotes from the bidding war which were salvaged from the now deleted post. Note that
Like,
the
how
user
do you-
Kintsugi Kitsune is Caravan. 9,500. Good luck, comrade. 9,600. Same to you,
Jesus.
dude. I'm
do they
flabbergasted
buy
in
the
the
drawing?
best possible way.
Or like the
What
rights
an
to-
amazing
this is
community
weird.
that brings us
Hi,
together
Jackal.
like this. 18k. We're flying through space
Oh
now.
my
Okay.
God.
20k and I tap. Well fought,
This must be
brethren.
fake.
I salute you
This must be
because
fake.
holy damn. If you win, your Grim is gonna knock it out of the friggin' park. I can feel it. 20,500. Tap while you still can. I
Hi,
desire
TLR.
epicness above all things. Edit. All light will end.
Oh yeah, gaming line. That's
At this
for
point, it's
that's for the
unclear
game we're
whether
gonna play
the other
next.
bidder tapped
Just
out or
watching
Mr.
this
Grim
because I
was
want to
tempted
know
to
who
end
the
the
fuck
bidding,
plays
but
20k for
Caravan won
something.
the custom Grim at a whopping $20,500. Needless to say, the
Jesus.
community was in an uproar, so much so that the comments had to be disabled and hidden. Some were
Comments were
congratulatory to
disabled?
Caravan and the Grim Corp team for their big sale, while others were disgusted by the ordeal and accused Mr. Grimble of being greedy or even
Yeah, like,
faking the
exactly.
sale. While the auction was won, Caravan would have to wait a while for the custom adoptable to be designed and drawn up, and the community was on the edge of their
So, whoa,
seats
wait,
in
wait.
anticipation.
They bought the design, so wait, they bought a slot so they can.
For
This
the
is
big
weird.
reveal
Ice
of
cream.
what it would look like. With the community in shambles from the shocking event, you'd think that Caravan would
You're
lay
watching
low for a
someone
little
paying
bit, right?
20k for a
Nope.
commission of
Only
a
9 days
drawing
after the $20,000
this.
adoptable purchase, Caravan brought another Grim adoptable for $3,000. Yes, this is on top of the $20,000.
What?
People could only watch on in shock, bewilderment, and horror as Caravan placed a bid on another adoptable, this time
What
of
the
another closed species called browbirds. They placed a
Time to learn how to draw.
$6,000 bid, but the owner of browbirds banned them halfway through the auction.
I mean,
Caravan speculated that Mr.
Zero,
Grimble
if
told
there's
the owner of
someone
browbirds not
willing
to
to
sell
pay,
to them due to their recent
just
purchase history.
ask more.
Understandably, they were a little wary about a buyer who had spent nearly 25k on adoptables
Yeah,
in
what the
just
fuck?
over a
That
week, and
seems
their
super
bids were
sketchy.
removed from the auction. The adoptable community was still reeling from the
Bitch,
drama
you must
even
be a
months
millionaire.
later. Any mention of the 20k adoptable would draw angry commenters out of the woodworks, and it was still a pretty hot button topic. Meanwhile, the community was still waiting with bated breath to see the custom Grim.
Oh, show them
They
the
wanted
piece.
to see
We'll
what
do
a
it later, okay? Hold
$20,000
on.
commission looked like. Would it have the painstaking detail of a Michelangelo? The sorrowful realism of a Rembrandt?
Michelangelo?
The dedication to perfection of a Da Vinci? Well,
I mean,
all
for
was
20k, they
revealed
better
on
work.
February 9th
Are we
in
gonna show it?
2020
Oh,
when
yes.
the $20,000 Grim was unveiled. And
What the fuck? Wait, that's it?
well, the
Wait, what?
$1 Grim was unveiled.
Someone paid 20k for this? Is this what rich people do in this? What the fuck? I know a couple of people in my server that can do way better than this for like super cheap. What the fuck?
And well, the colors are nice. I'm being harsh. It's a very pretty
they are,
design, and
like,
since it was custom, Caravan
the
had
drawing is
obviously
fine,
asked for it
it's
to
just not
look this way,
20k.
But honestly, you can tell that it's
Oh
been
my
rushed.
God.
The shading looks a little muddy and unrefined. Many parts of the design aren't rendered at all, and it overall looks too loose and sketchy.
Watermark
I'm not
is
saying the art is
expensive.
bad or ugly by any stretch of the imagination, but in the context of $20,000. It just doesn't seem
Yeah,
to
see,
have
my
enough
friend will make
time
something
put
better
into
for like
it.
10
As
10
soon
bucks.
as the
Exactly.
Grim was unveiled, it was carnage. The community was outraged.
Yeah,
and hateful
Iniko,
messages
I kinda
flooded
agree,
in,
but
calling it
there's a
ugly,
limit, no? What
unfinished,
the
and
fuck?
horrid. The outrage was reignited all over again with arguments and hate filling the Grim Corp
If someone
page and
paid
drawing the
20k, you
attention of
better
the
like put
entire
some work into
adoptable
it.
Community. So what on earth was going on? Who was Caravan and why were they spending such insane amounts? Was this some sort of scam? Was it secretly
Scam?
Jeff
I think it's
Bezos
just.
behind the
I
account?
mean, it's
Or
a
the
bid.
truth was actually much darker.
Like, If you overpay, it's your own fault.
After the Grim was unveiled, Caravan would make a
Right?
shocking DeviantArt post explaining why
I mean, it's worth 20k because you paid for it.
Last summer, I was the one who bid exactly 20.5k on a custom Grim slot from Toothless Ego. Why did I bid that much? I'd finally gone on meds for
okay,
my
this
severe
kinda
anxiety
explains
and
it a little
depression,
bit.
and unfortunately, I was on too high of a dose of my SSRI. This caused me to be manic. One of the symptoms of mania is going on spending
No,
sprees.
Nico.
Caravan explained that they had
Wait,
told
hold
Mr.
on. I know you're talking about like branding logos, right? I know that. Like they can be expensive, but that's like for companies, not for this. This is like
Grimble about their manic state
again, if they pay for it.
while bidding and asked for at least a partial refund, which was refused. At this point, Caravan threatened to issue
Partial
a
refund?
chargeback, further souring their relationship with Mr. Grimble, which was already tenuous. Eventually,
Imagine getting
deciding
20k to make
against
something
this
still
for
gonna give it.
unknown reason,
Yeah, at least have
Caravan
a little bit of
instead
passion.
demanded that the custom adoptable be finished immediately or they would take legal action. By this point, they were tired
have
of
so
waiting
much
for their custom and were
McDonald's
stressed
right
out by their worsening relationship with the Grim Corp staff. It seemed like they just wanted the adoptable to be over and done with, and 24 hours after their legal threats, they received their custom Grim. They themselves admit that it was a rush job, and they must take some responsibility in causing
Yeah,
that
they
rush
have
by
to.
threatening legal action. If they hadn't done that and given the artist a bit more time, maybe it could have come out a little bit more finished looking. Ultimately, Caravan's post received both backlash and support, with some claiming
It's
that
wrong
Mr.
from both
Grimble was
parts.
purposely taking
One
advantage
paid
of
too
their
much, the
mental
other didn't give a
illness, and
crap.
others claiming that Caravan was lying about their mania. And while it is true that Caravan's post lacked many screenshots to back up their claims, I personally believe that
How
they
does
were
it feel
telling
to
the
react to your own
truth. Even
videos?
looking back
It's
at
weird.
their original bids, they were talking in a kind of manic way, and their compulsion to spend thousands and thousands over the span of a few weeks
Ooh, I like the
also
loading
fits the
thingy.
bill. While the deed is done and in the past now, I personally
like this
think
person.
that
I'm gonna
Mr.
follow.
Grimble should have
I mean,
issued a
subscribe.
refund. $20,000 was already a ludicrous amount of money, and after the refund, Mr. Grimble would still
Can't you
walk
get-
away
you
with
can get
around
multiple.
$10,000.
I mean,
think
depends.
issuing a
People spend too
partial
much money
refund
on
would have been the empathetic and kind
The
thing
Naked
to do just
Gamer.
on a base moral level.
Hi,
On the
Naked
other
Gamer.
hand, at the end of the day,
What's up?
Caravan was still responsible for their purchases despite the
I will buy a
unfortunate
car with 20k.
circumstances. I can understand Mr. Grimble
Honestly.
being
I mean, not right
frustrated
now
at
because
someone
cars
fleeking
are
out on such a
kinda
big
useless.
purchase. It's a tough situation either way, but in the end it was resolved and Caravan got their rushed 20k Grim. After this, Caravan was subsequently banned from the Grim Corp's page and deactivated their account. It's unknown whether they still have a presence online,
So they
but it's
basically
likely
stole
that they're
20k
simply going
and
under
run
a new
away.
name these days. The story
Cars are
of the
cheap.
$20,000 Furry commission is a strange one. One of the biggest purchases
It's not even 20k for a paper, it's 20k for a digital drawing. I just don't understand if they pay 20k for the drawing, like that one single drawing, or like for rights for the whole thing.